Guys, who do you think would win in a battle? One Black Widow spider or 1,000 ants?
I only have one thing and one thing to say. Ants.
That's where you're wrong, Jack. The Black Widow is one of the most deadly, venomous creatures in the entire insect kingdom. I'm going Black Widow.
Well, we're about to find out.
If 1,000 ants had to fight a Black Widow, what would actually happen? Would the spider's venom come out on top, or would the sheer number of ants overwhelm her?
The venom
in this video, I'm going to test ants against that and tons of other interesting scenarios to see how strong ants really are.
The only problem is I don't have 1,000 ants. Thankfully, I found this website that sells just that. And the coolest thing is
300 billies?
We might actually get something really good.
Dude, who is farming ants?
Everybody, Adam. Everybody farms ants.
$300 for 1,000 ants. That's about 33 cents per ant.
That was really good math. That was actually...
Thanks, Alec.
Let's go, Alec.
Wow. And also, too, it says in the description, roughly 1,000 ants. So it could be lower.
And it's mystery species. What if you get, like, stupid ants?
What?
And the ants might fight each other when they're getting transported.
No, that was stupid.
Guess, yeah,
no.
That's what the ants do, though. Ant colonies fight other ant colonies.
$300. Let's just add this to the cart.
And I bought the most expensive shipping option to make sure the ants would arrive without any dying.
Dude, the animations are sick.
I'm so excited. As long as I gotta get.
Dang it! I thought we'd see his address.
So fun to watch these go against the Black Widow and everything.
You can only hide for so long.
Anyways, I brought them to the recording area and opened up the package, and I was kind of surprised by what I found.
Nah, are they in here? Oh my gosh! Okay, there actually is like 1,000.
That kind of skeeves me out.
Did you guys think it would be way bigger than that?
Yeah, that's a tiny vial for 1,000 ants.
I think Terra Green might have a nail biting problem.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. It was a bad pause. My bad, Terra Green. I heard if you rub nail polish on it, like clear nail polish, clean
Nail polish?
clear nail polish.
Do not look up Nair. Do not. Adam's been Googling
Back
some
to the
weird
video,
stuff.
guys.
You can
Back
also
to
use
the video.
Nair. It's but way different.
Since they were in a pill bottle, I couldn't really get a good look at them, so I got a clear container and dumped them all inside. Instantly, you can now see the true
one
scale
escaped.
of what 1,000
All right,
ants
yeah, they're spread
actually
out.
looks like. And at least, I mean, I think it's 1,000. I'm not counting all these guys. And after analyzing the species, I realized that these were harvester ants, which are equipped with venomous stingers.
Ooh,
and
nice.
massive man.
Okay, that's not fair for my Black Widow. He's
Yeah.
gonna get stung.
I'm sorry to say, Adam, I don't think the Black Widow stands a singular chance. This is like Adam trying to fight 1,000 10-year-olds at once. There's no way you win.
Dude, he couldn't just get like normal house ants? The heck?
Normal house. Wait, what does that mean? What are normal house ants?
All the
What,
ants
do
that
you-
are in our house, Alec, like house ants.
Do you have ants in your room? Do you sleep with ants in your bed?
Yeah, it's normal.
That's
it's
not
house ants.
normal.
Comment down below. House ants are normal.
Principles, meaning yes, this was actually going to be a
Ow.
very interesting video with everything I was going to test.
Now, for these 1,000 ants to be able to fight a Black Widow, we first need to get them in a nest. And well, everyone say hello to the Terra jar. It's like Terra Green, except I replaced the green with a jar. Anyways,
This guy is so smart. This guy's a genius. I hope Terra Green makes a video on us, and then when he sees Adam, he'll call him Terra idiot. Terra's dumb.
Ow, ow. Okay, these just copying.
Oh, there goes Terra forehead. Oh, he stopped.
I guess your name's Terra Criminal then, Alec.
I'm not a criminal.
10,000 likes and Alec will verse 1,000 Black Widows.
go and dump all these guys in here.
I'm down.
Sorry, everyone. This is way bigger than that tiny pill bottle you were in.
Right away, you could see the ants starting to move around on top of the soil. Now, you might be thinking that this isn't
They're trying to escape.
Accidental pause.
enough space for the ants. Well, it actually is, because this is specifically designed for the ants to dig out tunnels all along the sides of the glass. And as the video progresses, we're gonna see their nests
Whoa.
get crazier
Wow.
and crazier. And yeah, most of the ants were kind of going crazy trying to climb up the glass, but after leaving them alone for only a few hours, you could see they were already starting to construct their tunnel system. Each of the worker ants would pick up singular grains of sand from the tunnels, walk up to the surface, drop the sand, and go back down to repeat the process.
Wow.
They don't even know that they're building this all for nothing. This is like they're building their future and they have no idea that he's about to unleash all sorts of chaos inside of their house.
Yeah. It's kind of like when your mom tells you to clean up before a party. Is it? No. It's nothing like that. My bad.
No,
And when you have
unless your
1,000
party is
ants,
filled
you
with
can
Black
see
Widows.
they dig out a pretty good amount in only just an hour of this time-lapse footage.
Oh yeah,
I could do that in 2 seconds.
The ants already starting to build their nest, and it should be fully dug out by the end of the video. Anyways, as you know, I'll be putting these guys to the test against a Black Widow. But before then, I have all of these different training activities to prepare the ants for the
Crickets.
final spider boss. Second up, we're
And
gonna see
Squid
how fast
Games.
they can take down some prey. Yup. We got a
No,
cricket.
poor
Oh my
guy.
gosh, crickets hate me, and sorry, buddy, you are gonna
No.
be. Well, I guess you guys will just see what's about to happen.
No.
Right after dropping the
No!
cricket in, literally within like a nanosecond, the ants
Oh.
were swarming it. I thought it would
Oh
only take
my
like a couple
God.
minutes, but
Poor
no.
cricket.
This cricket was already pinned down, getting venom injected into him. As I said earlier, each of these ants is equipped with a venomous stinger.
my
Hey,
God.
yo!
But
Hey,
humans,
yo!
but the crickets,
He
when
got
there's, like,
that
20
yabba
ants
dabba
repeatedly
doo!
stinging
Brother,
you,
chill!
You're kind of done for. Yep, ants don't play around when there's a threat near their nest.
That was quick.
And you can see over the next 30 minutes, the cricket stayed completely surrounded by the ants. And I'm
This is kind of like when us three, when we go to McDonald's and we all get the same Big Mac and we all take a bite out of it. It's kind of like the same thing.
Except we don't stick our butts in it first, or do we?
And I'm guessing they already started to rip its antennas off and stuff to get a
What?
tasty meal to spread with the rest of the colony.
Dang, that was cool to watch. Anyways, it's getting late.
Dang,
so I
bro,
think
that
I'm gonna
was
go and put
sick.
this bucket on top of the ants so it's dark for them. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Nighttime!
And over those next 10 hours,
like
the ants made
flashbangs.
the tunnels so much larger and more intricate than before. And on the back, they even had tunnels all the way down at the bottom. with
These guys
ants
are good.
actively walking about the whole
What if they're intelligent enough to spell, so they're carving out SOS?
Help me.
system.
Anyway, ants, it's 8 a.m. and that means it's time. As you can see, the alarm's
Wake
going
up!
It's time for
Freaking
challenge.
battle time! Battle stations!
For this training, I have to
This
pick
is like
up
the
one
Hunger Games.
unlucky ant and transport
This
him
is the
to
Hunger
the
Games.
ant lion pit. If you don't
You've
know
been
what an
chosen
ant
as
lion
tribute.
is, well, this is it. It's just a tiny little
It's gonna
bug
make the
that has
trap,
actually
right? The
evolved
swirly
over
trap?
millions of years to be an expert at
This
taking
ant has
down
no idea
ants.
what's about to happen.
Basically, when you go
Bro, I got something to say, and I think the ant's gonna win.
Dude, this is kind of evil, bro. Imagine there's aliens that come down and pluck one of us and then go put them on their world, and everywhere on their world is just like explosives, just mines. And they're like, okay, run down this strip of mines and try to survive.
But they can actually win this, though. This unlike a landmine, I feel like an ant could win this fight.
This guy is an ant lion. It's a lion of ants, Jack. It kills the ants.
I'll give you $100 if the ant wins. No, you give me $100 if the ant wins.
Wait.
All right, Alec, we'll give you $100 if the ant wins.
No, I won't, because the ant's gonna lose.
Yeah, so if the ant wins, you give Jack $100.
Yeah, I'm team ant, you're team ant lion.
Have you seen this already? Like, why would you bet that? There's no way you're betting that.
I'm just trying to be entertaining for the people.
Sounds like
Fine,
good
I accept. There's no way the ant wins.
All right. And if you guys
Jack must
both,
know something I don't, because
I have
there's
no
no
idea.
way.
if it's a draw, you guys both give me $100.
No, we each give each other 100.
Basically, when you go and put them on the floor, they start
This
to
ant
dig
is so
themselves under
dead.
the ground, and then they just go around digging. And I have 9 more of these guys, which I spread across.
Nine?
Okay,
As
bro.
you can see,
Everybody has
about nine.
landmines. Alex is right.
I thought it was
I
one.
told
After
you,
waiting
bro.
a few hours, you can see that each of the ant lions had actually dug out their own little pits in the ground, and when an
God.
ant walks into
This
the
ant
bottom
has
of
no
them,
idea.
they're basically cooked.
All right, ant. I'm
Come
gonna-
on, ant.
To start,
Yeah.
Come on.
and I'm
Jack, you got that
gonna
100?
put some breadcrumbs.
Where's that 100
This is
at?
torture.
If you survive this.
And without further ado, I let
Tara
the ant
Greens let
loose.
the power
Let's
get to
see
his
if he
head.
can get the bread to feed the colony. Immediately, he started to explore around the sand area. He had no idea that
Come
he
on,
was
ant!
constantly walking near
This
these
ant has
pits
no
of death.
idea.
And eventually, he took a wrong
You are
step and
tiny, but
stumbled
you are
inside
mighty.
it.
Oh,
These pits are
no!
specifically
I got my 100.
designed to make the ants trip into them.
Come
The
on,
ant lion
Jack.
at the bottom
What's
must
going
have been
on?
Sleeping or something.
Okay, he got
I
out.
love the smell of my money.
He got out of there.
I hope your smells as
This
good.
caused the ant lion to wake up. He was now active and armed, with his mandibles now throwing up sand in case the ant walked in again. And over the next few minutes, the ant did just that.
No!
He kept walking inside of the pit.
He's playing with
But
them.
never quite
He's
snapped
Curious
on the ant at
George.
the right time. Well, that was until this. You see, this is paused footage, but basically if we unpause it, you can see exactly what happens when an ant lion gets a hold of the ant.
What?
The ant
Oh!
lion started to bring the ant under.
I can't tell what that
Within
is.
a few seconds, it was like there was never anything.
I can't
in
even
here.
see.
I thought it was
Did he
over,
miss it?
and you could tell by the sand moving that the
don't
ant
know.
was getting pulled further and further.
Oh, he's in
There's
there.
no way to- there's
Oh,
no
he's
way to
deep in
know.
there.
I saw this. A little bit of the ant's head had poked out of the ground.
Get out of there!
Somehow it was fighting back.
Go!
It must have been using its stinger to
Go!
try and escape. I immediately
Oh.
rushed back and recorded with my other camera, and what I saw was so weird.
Fight
the ant
back!
had somehow made it out from under the sand, but it wasn't trying to escape. In fact, it was using its
It wants
front
more.
legs to
Yeah,
try
throw
and
those
dig back
mandibles.
under the ground.
It's trying to throw the mandibles.
What the heck? Why is this ant digging like a dog? god. He's literally using his front legs.
Yeah, get him!
In the sand.
Let me at him!
He wants him. He wants him.
Nah, bro. If you want to be eaten by an ant lion that bad, I will gladly put you right there. Have fun, buddy.
Right after putting him in this pit, this ant lion also woke up and eventually snapped at the ants. And it once again started to pull him underground.
Sting him.
But miraculously, this ant was able to fight back once again and somehow
This is
broke
Juggernaut
free,
ant.
immediately ran out of the
These
hole
ant
and
lions are
straight
trash.
over to the breadcrumbs to claim his prize.
Nah, Jack cheated or something. There's no way.
And now he somehow won the challenge.
Nah, bro.
That's
There's
crazy.
something up with these ants. I'm being dead serious. How on earth did he escape the ant lion pit over here? And how on earth did he escape this one and then know to go to the bread? And now he's trying to bring
Money.
bread back to the colony. Bro, well played. You survived.
Money.
It was a tie.
You and all the bread back to the colony.
Oh, he's gonna be king.
I brought it all over to the nest, and the entire colony was
Bro, imagine surviving not one but two ant lions, and you go back to the nest, bro. You're gonna be him.
No, dude. No, not one person is gonna believe a word that you say.
Well, imagine the opposite. Imagine being an ant lion and then losing to an ant and then going back to your family. That's the most embarrassing thing ever. That's like you're in a tribe in the old days and everyone in the tribe calls you the deer hunter. And then you go out hunting deer and you get clobbered by one, and there's an antler in your rectum or maybe in your liver, and then you're limping back to your home, and they're like, "What happened?"
Sounds like a very personal
The
story.
deer got me.
Have you read my biopic?
You're what? What is a biopic?
Wait, isn't that like a book about yourself?
A biopic?
Oh.
Anyway, Alec, I'll send my money in the mail. You send your money in the mail. It's a draw.
That's called business, baby.
Next up, though, let's see what we got on the table for the ants.
super excited because they all swarmed the bread and started taking little pieces of it underground. Anyways, I went and waited a few hours and came back to find the nest even bigger once again. The ants still are not done with their training sessions, and next up, we gotta see if they can survive some Venus flytraps for some food. So I immediately picked up some of the workers to bring them to the flytrap minefield, completely decked out with tons of Venus flytrap plants.
Something's wrong with Terra Green.
We got a gorilla. I'm just kidding. I don't know why it's packaged in this. Basically, what it is just a bunch of oats, and I'm just gonna feed these to the ants. Let's put them inside.
You see,
Gorilla
each Venus
oats.
flytrap has these tiny little trigger hairs inside of them, and when something touches them, it causes them to
Who's
close.
that guy?
And if I carefully put the oats in between the
My
hairs
dad.
without hitting any of them, I can basically just put the food in here, which will make the ants have to carry them out. But it was actually pretty hard to get the oats perfectly inside, so I ended up just spreading the oats everywhere around the tank.
All right, let's see how the ants do in here. I have a feeling.
Ooh, there's
they're
an
not
army
gonna
now.
do too well, but yeah, we'll see.
Immediately,
The ants are
had
cooked,
started
bro.
to
No
swarm
way.
out the
Yeah.
tube that I'd put them in, and they were probably really confused of why they were all just transported away from their nest. And for a little while, they kind of just walked around, investigating their new environment. That was until a couple minutes later, where this first ant walked up to
What do you guys think? Venus flytrap or ant?
Flytrap. Uh-oh, Adam has
Sticking with
switched teams.
Team Ant. I'm still Team Ant.
Adam did not switch teams.
I did not
But
switch
it's definitely Venus Flytrap. There's no way that it wins.
All right, Adam. $200 that the ants survive.
I'm not. Dude, there's something's up with you. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go.
We're all gonna die.
He probably had
I'm
no
telling
idea
you,
that
Jack
these
knows
plants were
something that we
basically
don't, bro.
alive and wanted to eat him whole. Thankfully, though, this guy was able to walk out of the plants without triggering any of the traps. However, a few minutes later, this ant walked up to another one of the plants, and well, this time all I'll say is he wasn't as lucky.
Bro is
Surprisingly,
aura farming.
He wasn't super attracted to the oats, but it did seem like he may have been attracted to the traps themselves. You see, Venus flytraps create a very thin
at that.
layer of nectar
Yeah,
around
nectar.
the lip of the jaws to lure insects in, and eventually this ant ended
Yum,
up
yum, yum, yum,
well.
It's like
walking
when
into
girls
one,
get lip
hitting a
filler.
trigger hair,
Get out
and
of there.
just like that, he was now stuck inside of the jaws. As you can see, the ant was just walking around inside,
Nah, he's
trying
chill,
to
he's
escape,
chill.
and he had no
Yeah,
idea
he's
what
gonna
to
get
do.
out,
Too
Jack,
bad
yeah.
for this guy. This trap is gonna release a type of acid over the next few days to basically just turn him into some
he's fine.
nutrient-
Few
Oh yeah,
days.
Jack, he's good, Jack.
He likes
A
it.
few
He likes it.
days.
Pretty much all the ants I had put inside were staying away from the traps, and were all grouped up around this corner. In fact, they were actually starting the process of digging some more tunnels. Now, these ants still think they're in the nest. They're just trying to dig. Well, I mean, I guess it's pretty smart if you're not getting eaten by the traps. Because over the next 20 minutes, only one single ant came across another Venus flytrap. This guy. Let's call him Larry. Now, Larry is a daredevil because he was walking all over the jaws of all of these plants.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely risking it for the biscuit. But eventually, Larry's luck ran out.
No,
because of
Larry.
this happened. The jaw
No!
had closed on him.
Oh, he's only
leaving
half in.
of his body stuck
It only
out of
got
it.
his
This is actually
gut.
pretty good for Larry because it means he had a chance to escape.
Come on,
Using
Larry.
all of his strength, which, albeit is not very much,
Come on,
he
Larry.
tried pushing himself out
That
of the
is a
jaws.
spider.
But the trap is designed to just get tighter and tighter as time goes on, meaning this ant was doomed.
No!
Well, not actually, because I kind of felt bad for Larry,
Yes!
so I cheated nature and
Yes!
used my tweezers to open
Let's
the trap.
go!
I safely got
I
Larry
won!
out and brought
Suck
him
it,
back to the
plant!
rest of the colony. Anyways, that training actually went really
Wait, but why did he do that for Larry and not the other one? Come on, what?
I'll take that 200 in the mail, Jack. Thank you.
well. Every single ant survived except one. So I brought them all back to the nest and gave the whole colony a bunch of these little gorilla oats to show my support. As you can see, it didn't take long for some of the ants to start moving the oats down to their intricate tunnel systems. And speaking of these tunnel systems, the last training session I'm putting these ants through before the Black Widow is a flood simulation.
Dude, I was gonna say that as a joke, but he's actually doing it. I was gonna say like, tsunami!
This is torture.
What if they all die before the Black Widow?
I don't know.
To end their whole civilization. He definitely knows like some of them are deep down there. Like they are the ones that are down all the way in the bottom of this jar are cooked.
Well, when you think about it, right, it's just like a really bad rainstorm, and most ants survive that.
Yeah.
Right?
What if it's acid rain?
Is that pee? What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, it's
Terror's
saying-
not gonna pee on them.
I never thought he'd give him a flood in the first place.
Next 1,000 ants video, they pee on them.
1,000 ants versus natural disasters.
Meteor shower.
Write that down. Write that down.
I'm
a good
flooding
one.
this ant nest.
Well, kinda, because if I actually flooded this thing, it would kill every single ant. So instead, I've got this thing called the Little Dripper, which as you can see, drips some water droplets very slowly.
This is a
Yeah,
torture
it might
method.
seem kind of lame, but this little
It
bit
is,
of water
Alec, it
should
is.
be enough to eventually collapse part of the ant's tunnel system. And if it does collapse, if they can
sound so
fix
excited.
it quickly, it means they would have passed all my training missions, and that means they're ready for the Black Widow.
When he said rain, I expected, I don't know, just like a little more. Yeah. Or like maybe multiple drips set up, not just one drip, 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 like an old man trying to pee.
Why do you know that?
I'm just guessing that's how it is.
That's how it is in the movies.
You can tell us, Alec.
What movies are you watching?
The
It's
drip.
called, yeah, it's called the
So
drip.
I immediately started to drop the little
have to
droplets
check
of
it out.
water. And initially, the ants were very confused. Some of the droplets were hitting the ants and making them get completely drenched.
Oh, dear
in water.
God,
But to my
tsunami!
surprise, it almost seemed like the ants wanted to get wet because more and more of the ants started to gather around
No
where the
duh.
water was
What?
dropping.
They're thirsty.
Eventually, a whole pile of ants was getting completely soaked
are they
by it.
collecting
The
it?
ants are amazing
Yeah, it
in
looks
their
like a
ability
Diddy
to work
party.
as a team. And in the wild, if a
Or a
real
water
flood
park, yeah.
occurred, a massive ant colony would literally join together to make a raft out of their bodies. And that,
That
way, the
is so
important stuff
cool.
like the queen and eggs
Yeah, that
could
is
stay on the
insane.
top and stay dry to ensure the future.
The ones on the bottom must be drowning.
Would you guys do that like with your family and like the neighbors if you had to? Like group up so you guys float?
I'd sink. I'm a sinker. Just like my poops.
This is madness.
And on a mini scale, this is sort of what the ants are doing here. They're joining together to make a shield out of their bodies that will prevent the water from getting into their tunnels where all the eggs are stored.
Wow, ants are actually amazing. I was totally expecting these tunnels to just collapse from the water, but it seems like ants have literally evolved to do pretty much anything.
No, don't
I'll
move
use
it.
This water. I don't want to do any
That was
more
it?
harm. You guys proved to me you're very capable.
They instantly took down the cricket.
Okay, here we
somehow
go.
Escaped the ant lions, survived
time.
the Venus flytraps, and even survived a flood.
It is
And throughout
time.
that process, they managed to build an awesome nest with a thriving colony.
It is safe to say these ants are ready for my Black Widow.
Yes!
This is actually my last Black Widow because all the other ones from my other videos have escaped. Yeah, don't tell my mom.
But anyways, I went and put the Black Widow in a container so you
Whoa.
guys could get a good look at it.
Oh,
As
it's
you can
pretty
tell,
big.
it has that insane, iconic
Hey,
red
yo.
hourglass abdomen. Wait, sorry. This is my pet robot Black Widow. This is not the real one. Here is the real Black Widow. As you can tell, it's extremely
I don't like its
and under
legs.
its glossy black abdomen is where the red hourglass is
Let's
located.
go.
So Adam, you think that the Black Widow will win?
Yes. Look, he has 8 arms. Dead, 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 dead. He can kill 8 at a time. Plus, he's got the 2 fangs.
Adam, I hate to break it to you, but that is a female.
It's have an insane amount of venom, so if it even bites a single ant, it's safe to say it's gonna be a
Ooh,
goner.
he should do a
Anyways,
tarantula
here
next
is the
time.
tank where the final battle will take place. I went and put a few sticks from my backyard, then I put in the Black Widow.
Yes!
Immediately, she started climbing all over the sticks, and I went and waited a little while she sort of settled in and found a nice spot to rest. Once she did, I went to the
hope she
ant
makes a
nest,
nest.
scooped a good amount of the workers into a tube so we could get this battle started.
That's
Let's
it?
get these ants in here.
Wait.
Let the games begin!
Okay, this is torture.
Immediately, the
I'm
ants
sorry.
started to run out of the tube and down onto the sand. When pretty much all of the ants had made it down to the sand, some started to make their way over to the Black Widow, which was just perched right above them.
You
on the
fools!
waiting.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty impatient guy, and I couldn't bear to wait for the battle to start. So I literally picked up the stick myself to bring the spider down to the ants.
Hey,
Immediately,
yo!
the spider started to run around, and none of the ants really
Peregrine's
noticed
on a
besides
schedule.
This guy. Yeah, it kind of bit the spider's leg or something and scared it away. The spider tried to escape as fast as it could by climbing the glass, but it was too slick. Once a few other of the ants had noticed the Black Widow was on the ground, they started to jump it. And it was
my
actually
God.
pretty funny to watch.
Whoa, whoa.
As you
Ants
can
are
see,
insane.
There's barely any ants, and the spider
Oh
was
my God.
so scared, trying to run away at full speed.
No.
Bro, you're like
It's a
the
1v1.
most
Sorry,
smartest
Adam.
spider in the
Adam,
world.
you're
Why
cooked.
are you not just fighting
Oh,
back?
gosh, that's only
Yeah,
one.
A couple of the ants just kind of continued to
Fight
terrorize
back,
the
buddy!
Black Widow. But the thing is, all of the
my
rest of the ants
God.
were kind of just doing their own thing at the other side of the enclosure.
Why is he not
I had to
fighting
make
back?
it more interesting.
They don't even
so I had a
care.
better plan. I went and picked up all of the ants to bring them back to the nest.
All right.
No.
Well, I got the Black Widow. first
Black
tank,
Widow
and
in
hey,
the nest?
The title did say 1,000 ants versus Black
Oh,
Widow. Let's
no.
have
This Black Widow
Oh my
is so
God.
dead, bro.
Oh, can I
Well,
change
yeah.
my
Oh,
answer?
I kind of feel bad.
Too late.
Oh,
Oh my.
started going crazy, running everywhere.
Wow.
And
Oh my.
obviously, the ants did not act kindly. Every single
my
worker went on
gosh.
red alert mode and jumped onto the spider, grabbing her with their mandibles and repeatedly stinging it over and over. As you saw
Wow.
with the cricket, ants do not mess around
It's
with stuff in
over.
the nest. And to my surprise, the Black Widow did not even get a chance to fight back. It's actually
Nope.
pretty
It
crazy.
didn't even
how
kill one
quickly
ant.
The ants had pinned it down and started to devour it. And yeah, well, that's literally all that happened. And that should answer your question of who wins in a fight. 1,000 ants definitely wins, and they basically beat
Easy.
everything. There's a reason why ants.
That is insane, guys.
That wasn't even close. It didn't even kill one.
I didn't like that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, comment down below what 1,000 ants should fight next. And if you guys want to see more Terra Green, go ahead and click right here.